So what's with all these dreams that God uses to speak to Joseph? Yeah, he appears in a dream to Joseph, sends his angel and says, you're going to have a son, going to call him Jesus. And this actually happens a lot in Matthew's gospel. So here at the birth of Jesus, God appears in a dream. Also in chapter 2, when God says, run away, go to Egypt, appears in a dream. And at the bottom, when he says, come back from Egypt, he again sends an angel in a dream. So what does it mean? Does it mean that God still speaks to us in dreams? Does it mean that Joseph is a special case? Well, I think that there's nothing stopping God from using dreams today. But I think there's also something special about Joseph, because we see that Joseph does everything that God tells him to do. So Joseph wakes up, takes Mary home. God tells him to marry Mary, and he marries Mary, but then also call Jesus Jesus, and he calls Jesus Jesus. And the idea is that Joseph is very obedient to God in his dream. And he does that again in chapter 2, runs away from Egypt, comes back from Egypt. But the interesting thing is that also to confirm the dream, God uses his word. So you find these phrases, all this happened to fulfill what God had said. Is chapter 1, again in chapter 2, again to fulfill what was said through the prophet, out of Egypt I called my son. And again, to fulfill what was said through the prophets. That means God can use amazing circumstances like dreams to speak to us, and maybe he still does that today, but God always confirms it with the faithfulness of his word. And for us, it is, the Bible.